So in 3.5, we're going to be solving systems of equations with 3 variables. So in the past, we've done 2 equations with 2 variables, but now we're going to have 3 equations with 3 variables in it. So looking at number 1. The first thing we want to do is eliminate one of our variables. So we're going to do that the same way that we did before, but we're just going to pick 2 of our equations, combine them like we did before, and eliminate a variable. And then we're going to do it with 2 other equations. So we just have to repeat that step twice. So which 2 equations do you think we should work with first? Noah? The first one and the third one, that works. And which variable are you trying to eliminate? Z. Awesome. We can see here that Z's all have that same number in front. So I'm going to start by combining 1 and 3. So I have 2x minus y plus z is equal to 4, and 4x plus y minus z is equal to 14. So all I did was rewrite the first and the third equation. Are my z's going to cancel out right away? Yep. So then I just need to combine everything else. Yep.
Don't your y's also cancel out?
So I have 2x plus 4x, which is 6x. What's negative y plus y? 0. They cancel out. So then I am going to add 4 plus 14, which is 18. Can I solve for x from here?
Yeah.
What do I need to do? Divide by 6. So what's x equal to? 3. Awesome. So this one was kind of a nice little bonus for us, because usually only one of the variables will cancel out, and then we'll be left with an equation with 2 variables. But this was nice because we found what x is. Now we want to do the same thing, but pick 2 other equations. So we can't pick the exact same 2. One of them is going to repeat because there's only 3. 1 and 2. Again, we want to cancel out the z's. If we canceled out the z's the first time, we have to do it again the second time. So I'm going to pick 1 and 2. So I have 2x minus y plus z is equal to 4, and x plus 3y minus z is equal to 11. Will my z's cancel out right away? Yeah, perfect. So I don't have to multiply any equation by anything. And now I add everything together. So what's 2x plus x? 3x. And what's negative y plus 3y? 2y. And then that's equal to 15. Typically, we would take the equation that we got in the white and the equation that we got in the yellow and combine those to get one of our variables to cancel out. But we got lucky here, and we already know that x is equal to 3. So anywhere I can plug that in to find another variable? I can plug it into x in which equation? The yellow one here. You can only plug one variable into an equation with 2 variables to find the missing one. Or if I had 2 variables, I can plug it into one with 3. So I wouldn't be able to take x and plug it into one of the original because I still don't know what y or z are. But I can plug it into the yellow one here. So I have 3 times 3 plus 2y is equal to 15. What do I have to do to solve for y? Awesome. First I need to multiply and then subtract 9. So 2y is equal to, what's 15 minus 9? 6. And then what should I do? Divide both sides by 2. So y is equal to 3. So I have my x and I have my y. How do you think I can find z? Yep, we have to find z. Plug in both x and y into what?
Second equation?
Sure, I can plug it into any one of the original 3. Any one works. The second one is what Nick said, so let's do that one. So I have 3 that I'm plugging in for x, plus 3 that I'm plugging in for y, so 3 times 3 minus z is equal to 11. So I have 3 plus 9 minus z is equal to 11. What's 3 plus 9? 12. Good job, guys. What should I do next?
Try 12.
Subtract 12. What's 11 minus 12?
Negative 1.
Negative 1. So negative z is equal to negative 1. How do I solve for z?
You have to divide by negative 1.
Divide both sides by negative 1. So z is equal to
1.
1. And then just like before, I write my answer as a point, but here I'm going to have 3 numbers because I have x, y, and z. So start with the x, which is 3, then y, which is 3, and then z, which is 1. So 3, 3, 1 is my answer. So I'm doing the same thing here. Which variable do you think it would be best to eliminate first?
The first and third.
Well, I want to pick a variable first, because that I'm going to have to cancel out in both equations, in both pairs of equations. X. X probably looks the easiest, because I have a negative x, which I know will cancel, and then one of them I'll have to multiply to get to be a 2. So X probably would be the best choice here. Now, which equations do I want to start with? The first and the third. So I can see if I combine the first and the third, my x's are going to cancel, which is perfect. So first and third. If x plus y plus 2z is equal to 3, negative x minus 2y plus z is equal to 10. Will my x's cancel out right away? Yeah. And then I just combine everything else. So what's y minus 2y?
Y.
Just y. And what's, it's negative y. Because the 2 is negative. And then what's 2z plus z? 3z. And 3 plus 10? 13. So now I want to do the same thing and cancel out my x's again. I just can't pick the same 2 equations. So which 2 equations should I pick now? I could do the first and the second. That works. So 1 and 2. So I have x plus y plus 2z is equal to 3. And the second is 2x plus y plus 3z is equal to 7. Since I canceled out my x's the first time, I have to cancel out my x's again. Do they cancel out right away here? No. So what do I have to multiply to get them to cancel?
Times 2. Negative 2.
Times negative 2 to which equation?
The first.
The first one. So I'm multiplying my whole first equation times negative 2. So times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So I'm going to rewrite my new first equation down here. So I have negative 2x minus 2y minus 4z is equal to negative 6. Will my x's cancel out now? Yep, I have 2x and negative 2x, so they're going to cancel. So now I'm adding these 2 together. So what's y minus 2y? Negative y. What's 3z minus 4z? Negative z. And what's 7 minus 6? 1. So now I have 2 equations with 2 variables here. So I'm going to take those 2 and combine them. So I'm going to write them on top of each other. Negative y plus 3z is equal to 13. And negative y minus z is equal to 1. So I just combine those here. Do I have a variable that'll cancel out right away? No. So how do I get something to cancel out?
Multiply. Or, yeah, right.
Multiply by what? -1. Awesome. And that'll get my y's to cancel. So I'm going to, does it matter which equation that I multiply by -1? No, I could do either one. I'm going to do the second equation. So times -1 times -1 times -1. So my new second equation is y plus z is equal to -1. I'm just going to rewrite my first one on top of it just so it's easier to add. Now I'm going to add these two together. What happens to my y's? They cancel. Perfect. That's the goal. What's 3z plus z? 4z. And 13 minus 1? 12. And then how do I solve for z? Divide. Divide by 4, divide by 4. So z is equal to 3. So z is 3. Found one answer.
It's like so time consuming.
Yeah, these are time consuming.
Is there going to be a lot of questions?
All right, I found z. How can I find another answer?
Plug Z into one of the equations.
One of which equations?
And,
Could I plug it into one of the originals?
oh, you have to plug it into another.
I have to plug it into an equation with two variables because I only have one answer right now. So I could either plug it into this one here or this one here. So one of the ones in the yellow boxes. It doesn't matter which one. I could plug it into either one. The white one? Okay, let's do the white one. So I have -y plus 3 times 3 is equal to 13. So -y plus 9 is equal to 13. Then what should I do to solve for y?
Minus 9.
-9 minus 9. So -y is equal to 4. So what's y equal to? -4. So y is -4. There's another answer. Now how can I find x?
Plug Y and Z into one of the equations.
Which equation?
The
The first one. I can plug it into the original. Any one of the first three to find what x is. So any original equation. So I have x plus, what's y? -4. Plus, what's z? 3. So plus 2 times 3 is equal to 3. So this is x minus 4 plus 6 is equal to 3. What should I do next? Combine like terms. So x plus 2 is equal to 3. Then what should I do? Subtract 2. X is equal to 1. How would I write my answer?
1, comma, -4,
1,
comma 3.
4, 3. So here, I have 3 equations with 3 variables, but not all 3 of my equations have all 3 variables. So I'm just going to rewrite them just to like put all my variables in order so I know what I'm missing where. So I have 2y minus 3z is equal to 0. I have x plus 3y is equal to -4. And 3x plus 4y is equal to 3. So I see that my first, or my second, and my third both don't have z's. So one of my variables was already eliminated for me. So which 2 equations do you think would be the best to combine to find an answer? 2 and 3. So I'm going to combine 2 and 3 together. Can I cancel out one of my variables right away? No, I have to multiply by something. Which equation do I have to multiply? By what?
The second one by -3.
The top one. Oh yeah, well 2. So this one. By -3. So times -3 times -3 times -3. So my new second equation, I'm going to write it down here, would be negative 3x. What's negative 3 times 3y?
Negative 9.
Negative 9y is equal to, what's negative 4 times 3?
12.
12. So now I'm going to add these two together. Will my x's cancel out now?
Yeah.
Yep. And then what's 4y minus 9y?
Negative 5y.
Negative 5y. And what's 3 plus 12?
9.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, is it negative? Oh, I put negative 3.
It's positive 3. Then what should I do?
Divide by negative 5.
Divide by negative 5. So what's y equal to?
Negative 3.
Negative 3. So that's one answer. How can I find another answer?
Do a different pair equation.
Can I plug it in? Do I have an equation with two variables that I could plug this into to find one?
Yeah.
Yeah, which one?
First one.
The first one. I could plug it into y here to find z. So I have 2 times negative 3 minus 3z is equal to 0.
Can't you do the same with number 2?
Yeah. We could plug it into number 2 and find x. So that's what we're going to do next, because we're going to have to find x also. So 2 times negative 3 is negative 6 minus 3z is equal to 0. How do I solve for z?
Plus
So 6 plus 6.
Plus 6 plus 6. So negative 3z is equal to 6. Divide by negative 3. So what's z equal to?
2.
Positive 2 or negative 2?
Negative.
Negative 2. And now how can I find x?
The third one, just plug in 1.
I can just plug in y to the third one. That works. So I have 3x plus 4, what's y?
Negative 3.
Negative 3 is equal to 3. So 3x, what's 4 times negative 3? Negative 12 is equal to 3. What should I do next?
You have to add 12 to the other side.
Add 12. So 3x is equal to
15.
15.
Divide by 3.
Divide by 3. X is equal to 5. How would I write my answer here?
5, comma, negative 3, comma, negative 2.
5 comma negative 3 comma negative 2. Remember, it's x, y, z. Do you guys have any questions here? This example here kind of relates to the last two from the homework where it says solve by substitution. So anytime that it has 3 variables, then 2 variables, then 1, we're just going to back substitute. So you take the 1, plug it in there, find y, then plug in y and z into the first one. So it's a lot easier than before because we have z is equal to 4. So I'm going to plug it in to z here. So I have 4y plus 2, what's z? 4. So 2 times 4 is equal to 20. And then I just solve. What do I have to do first to solve here? Multiply. So 4y plus 8 is equal to 20. What should I do next?
Minus 8.
Minus 8. Minus 8. So 4y is equal to
12.
12. Then what should I do? Divide by 4. So what's y equal to? 3. So y is 3. So now I have z. Z was 4. I have y. And how do I find x? Plug it in. Plug it into which one? The first one. So plug it into the first one. I have x plus 3 times y. And what's y?
3.
3. Plus 4 times z. What's z?
4.
4. And that's equal to 20. So what should I do first?
Distribute and multiply.
Multiply. So 3 times 3 is?
9.
And 4 times 4?
16.
So x plus 9 plus 16 is equal to 20. What should I do next? What's 16 plus 9? 25. What should I do next? Subtract 25. So x is equal to -5. Am I done?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have x, I have y, and I have z. How do I write my answer?
-5, 3, 4.
-5, 3, 4. X, y, z.